Well, I know it's like the 29th or something, Tuesday, and down in the mall about 7 o'clock, 7:30. So it's nice this time of day. I usually run a little later, and it's too hot by then. So it's nice. It's only in the 70s, and so I'm out running about. But what I want to talk about, a couple of things to get across today is one, I just read a headline in the paper about evictions. And DC government, and like every state, has offices that help stop evictions for you for free. These are legal help people. And the data just came out today that they've stopped 70% of the evictions. Can you imagine that? 70%. See, when people try to evict you, they're using the laws that they think protect them. But the law is always both sides. So you'll never see they'll never tell you, hey, you're protected this way, but we think we're protected this way, and so get out. But they don't tell you about you're protected at all. They just say, this is the law. And the law isn't the law. You've seen that in the Supreme Court, right? How do we get the 9 smartest people in the world can't agree on anything? I thought the law was the law. So that's why you got to get armed on your side. So, your landlord's got lawyers up the wazoo, and if they go to court with you, they're going to have a lawyer, and you're not. So this is the way to get legal help to stop your eviction. And what you do is you go to JUST, shelter, SHELTER.org. Remember that magic ending there, ORG, justshelter.org, okay? So that's what you do, make that stop, even though you're not being evicted yet. Because if you know your rights before the eviction, then it eliminates a lot of the stress you'll have, worrying about if you're going to be evicted or not. So call them up. There'll be a dozen, maybe 2 dozen organizations in your state. Call a few to make sure you got all the options. Because one person may have one option, another one may have other options. So it's always good to call a bunch of people. And sort of like, having a brain surgery. You get a bunch of brain surgeons to agree on one way to solve the problem instead of just asking one person. And that's always wise. So you have that. Now the other thing going on now is that grant deadlines are popping up all over, okay? You have to, so much of the money that's given out, particularly with the COVID, and the COVID money is still just starting to give out in the states and counties and cities, and it's going to be only a few weeks or months to be available, and if you don't apply by then it's over. So you got to be aware of that. And even our deadline, our grant deadline is on September 4th. So you got to be aware of that, because then it's over. And actually it's not so bad with us, because we'll have another one for October 4th. So make sure you apply. It's for members only, so you have to be a member. And so if you go on any of our platforms, Let's Go Help on Facebook or Let's Go Help 2, you'll see a link there of the form. Very easy form. It's the easiest form in the world. All you have to do is tell us how you would spend $1,000, and that's it. We enjoy doing this. How we're able to help people. Just yesterday when I was reading questions from people, I got some beautiful messages from people that received, our grants from last month and how appreciated they are. Now they're $1,000 or $500. And what we do, we get that money from subscriptions. So our subscription is $20. And if we make a profit, and we have now for like a year or so, we give the profit back to members. So we're up to now $40,000 a month. So if businesses slips more, we may have to cut that down. Don't know yet. But that's a lot of people, we've helped. And that's important, at least to me. That's what we're here. That's what the service is here for, is help. And what's nice about the service is the members help members too. So it's not only do you get help from us and the admin people at Let's Go Help, but it's the members, man. They're doing a lot. And that's terrific to me, because they're boots on the ground. There's a member, and I'm going to write this up soon, about a new program at Michigan for giving you a grant to buy a car. I mean, that's unusual. There are free cars from nonprofit organizations, and there's some other, like Evictions has a program, and some states have it, to help people get to work. But there's a new one. It's only $4,000, but that could go a long way. Because you got to get to work, or you probably use it to fix it up too. Because I know Wisconsin has another program that gives you an interest-free loan to fix up your car so you can get to work. And particularly people who can't afford to fix their car can't probably get a loan anywhere. So that's it. So interest-free loan. And a lot of nonprofits give interest-free loans for cars and stuff like that. So, but all that takes digging, and that's another thing we do, is show you how to dig. Because if you're not going to dig, you probably won't get much, because it's going to take a lot of effort on your part. And so we have like our live video training. I mean, and actually tonight, we have a live video training tonight on a basic grant research techniques and application techniques. So check on Let's Go Help 2 and sign up for that. If you missed this week, you could watch a video of last week or sign up for next week. So that's on Let's Go Help 2. And if you don't know how to get there and you're on Let's Go Help on Facebook, just ask us. There's a link there. If you go to guides, Guides, on the top of the guides list is a link to Let's Go Help 2. Because if you go to Let's Go Help 2.co, which is the website, it'll ask you for $20. So you don't want to do that because you already paid. And that's another thing for payment. People's credit cards go bad. People's expiration date goes bad. So you have to change your information on your credit card to be an active member. And that's that's important, really, particularly for the for the application for the grant. You have to be an active member, and every day. And so that's it. You could change it yourself, and that's available at Let's Go Help Member, not an S on the end, but just letsgohelpmember.com. You put in your email address, and then you get access to your account that you could change the credit card number or the expiration date or whatever, why it's not working. Because we're going to have to, people who don't have good credit cards anymore, we're going to have to make sure that they are, particularly on the grant stuff, because it's not fair to the other people who are paying and things like that. So it's really a fair enough. I would have the whole thing for free, but I don't know how to pay my mortgage if I do that. But I'm really proud of that. What we do is charge as little as possible. So that's why so many people said, if I do this, I have to charge a couple $100 a month, $1,000 a month, or whatever. And I just don't want to be that guy. I want to be the $20 guy to show people what is available to them. And anybody, because it is there for, these sources are for everybody. See, I think the government should be doing this, not me. But they'll never get around to do it. Or what I see more after doing this for 40 or 50 years, that the government doesn't see the opportunity how people could use this stuff. And they just have archaic names for everything and bureaucraties and all that kind of stuff. So what we do is educate you on how to do this. If you need a better job, well, we got a program called Workforce Development. Who the hell knows what that is? I want a fucking job. And so that's what we do, is take that, pull it apart, and try to show people why this is so important and that it could be very helpful in your life. So everything, don't forget, everything on Let's Go Help, every website we send you will never charge you money. It's all free. And see, the problem is people who don't know about this resource will go to Google and things like that and look for stuff, and everything they get from Google will cost you money, because Google has to charge money for them to stay in business and pay all their investors and whatever the hell they say they're going to do. And that's the way it works. And so you don't know that. And they say, well, no, it's all in there. Yes, the free stuff is in there, but you'll never find it because the people who get money from you pay Google to make sure they find you. And then when they find you, they have to get money from you in order to keep paying Google to find new customers. And that's what it's about. So that's what we do. Every website that we show you will never charge you money. I mean, there's probably exceptions or whatever. At my age, I know life screws up a lot, and so do I, and probably even more as I get aged. So that's it. So don't forget, if you're worried about being evicted, go to justshelter.org, find the local free legal help that's in every state, call a few of them, not just one, and tell them your situation and ask what your options are legally. All free. Okay, that's all free. For us, don't forget the application deadline for our $40,000 September 4th deadline application. It's on both the platforms. You just fill out the form, and all you have to put is your first name, second name, and your email address, and just one sentence on what you would do with $1,000. Simple, bim bam, thank you ma'am. We close it at midnight Eastern Daylight Saving Time on the 4th of September, and we'll start a new one, okay? And also check your subscription to make sure you're still legal, and that's at letsgohelpmember.com, letsgohelpmember.com. And you could change your subscription, you could stop it if you want. You hate us now, it's understandable, you have other things to do in life. And but make it active so you could take advantage of everything we have. And tonight we have a live video training, okay, for grant training, and that's tonight. And so check the time and everything on Let's Go Help 2. That's how you sign in. If you don't have the link to Let's Go Help 2, just go on Facebook on top in guides. There's a link there to link on Let's Go Help 2 and look for events and sign up for tonight or next week. And we have 2 other programs that run every week too. So that's live video training. So on Let's Go Help, you not only do you get personal help, unlimited personal help from me and all the other admin people to help you apply to every grant you're eligible to apply for. You get help from other members. Members help members. Look at the testimonial things we have in the guides on Facebook. Great testimonials, and people really changed their lives with this. And also testimonials from the people who got the grants, and that was fun for me to read too, how meaningful that is. I mean, it's only $1,000 or $500, but it's meaningful stuff. I mean, half the country does not have $500 to pay an emergency $500 bill. You know, people live tight in this country. Not if you're rich, but that's half the country can't do that. Doesn't have $500, so that's part of the problem we're trying to solve. So let me get back. I got some more answers to do and finish my exercising, and talk to you later.